First things first, how was your weekend? Did you do like I did and have an Iran negotiations watch party? Fire, right? You know, for a while it felt like the Iran war was slipping away from us. Just felt like every negotiation, we just had too big a petroleum deficit to overcome. But for those of us who believed enough to stick it out, Saturday night, out of nowhere, was the moment we've been waiting for.
President Trump says the U.S. and Iran have reached an agreement to negotiate an end to the war.
I cannot believe how invested our country is in freeing maritime shipping lanes. Give Donald Trump credit. He inherited a mess.
President Obama made a deal, the Iran nuclear deal, which was a terrible deal. That horrible, stupid deal where President Obama paid $150 billion for nothing. So they tried to bribe them to make a deal, and that didn't work. It never works.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. What kind of a f***ing idiot would try and dangle billions of dollars in exchange for a deal with Iran?
We're learning more details right now about the agreement to end the war with Iran.
U.S. officials did mention that in addition to sanctions relief and the unfreezing of Iranian funds, there could be something like a $300 billion fund to help rebuild Iran.
I guess it's that kind of f***ing idiot. There you have it, folks. Done. Only the great Donald Trump could fight a costly war to get the United States to remove the sanctions put on Iran by Donald Trump. In the words of the great Winston Churchill, you played yourself. But the important thing is, we're going to focus the entirety of the show today on the complexity of what a new nuclear enrichment inspection regime will look like for the hardliners that are now in... I'm just f***ing with you the whole time. This whole show, I've just been f***ing with you. You know what we're going to talk about. On Saturday night, this free throw from OG Ice, a 94-90 victory by New York Knickerbockers, ending 53 years of basketball futility. And the people responded with the appropriate level of chill. By the way, you ever be sitting at home and you're watching this kind of footage and you wonder to yourself, who the f*** are these people? Out in the streets of New York losing their minds. Well, funny story. The little guy on top of that other guy's shoulders, he works here. That's one of our... That came across our feed and we're like, what the f***? That's one of our writers, Mr. Scott Herkman. Scott!
Hey, boss.
Hey, just out of curiosity, was that you in that video?
No.
Scott?
Yeah.
Just a random question. Why are you still on the shoulders?
I'm very superstitious, so I'm up here till next year's finals. Let's go!
All right, get out of here. Scott sits on now. Get out of here. Give me that jersey.
Let's go, Knicks!
All right, get out of here. That was my favorite part. It was an incredible night. All across the city, everyone was out celebrating. They were in the streets. They were in the subways. We had drum lines. We had bagpipes. We had fireworks, bagpipes. And we had an MTA bus driver breaking it down. MTA, more like MT Slay. By the way, I love how the bus driver gave back the liquor bottle they handed him. Like, no, seriously, I do have to drive. I am, in fact, a professional bus driver who works. It was such a special night. The Knicks' victory brought out appearances by the entire NYCU. There was Spider-Man. And there was also Spider-Man. And then there was, of course, Spider-Man. And oh no, Spider-Man! And then there was Batman! And of course, back to Spider-Man!
Amazing! We champs! Finally! It's been forever!
Who gave Spider-Man the microphone? By the way, I wonder if when those Spider-Men saw each other, if there was any confusion about which one was. I wonder if they were. All right. I'm acting out there. All right. And then just when you thought it was over, NYCU brought out a post-credit cutscene of the Hulk. Hulk smash! Hulk angry! Hulk bet Spurs in 6! That dude was just wailing on anybody. But you know what's crazy? If that guy throwing them haymakers had been Wemby, the refs wouldn't have called it a foul. They would not. They would have let it go. He could have been throwing those. Well, how can you expect him to control his movements? Your arms are so long. How can he not trip people? He's 112 feet tall. Would you call a foul on the Empire State Building? No, you wouldn't. And by the way, New York is so awesome that even the people here that aren't superheroes were suddenly superheroes. It's like the whole city had been bitten by a radioactive spider. My favorite, though, was this guy casually parkouring across a light fixture to go from one end of the bus to the other. That's badass because, I don't know if you know this on those buses, perfectly passable aisle. You could have just walked down the aisle. And ladies and gentlemen, while I am not technically in light post scaling shape, I did attend the festivities. My friend, Mr. Robert Smigel, one of his sons, my son, my wife, down in the Village, outdoor watch party, pretty cool, and I handled it. I was pretty cool. To be fair to me, I thought I was filming the game and I just don't know how to work my phone. Oh my God! I really sound like I just got a perfect colonoscopy report. Oh my God! Not a polyp in sight! There was truly No place I would have rather been than right on the streets of New York. And shout out to the unsung MVPs of the night, the people who had the genius idea to go out on their fire escapes and project the game onto the sides of buildings. No matter where you were, the game was on. From Central Park to those phone charging kiosks to atop the head of this one kindly gentleman. It was amazing. 4 hours. No one had the heart to tell him, you have to plug it in. And of course, our always MVPs who keep this city safe and clean for the rest of us to enjoy. New York's finest, New York's bravest, and New York's definitely strongest, the sanitation department. And also these two guys who clearly thought this is our chance to do our part and help out the city and get rid of a body. T-shirt bros aren't out on the city at 5 a.m. throwing garbage bags into a truck unless they really need to get rid of shit. I left the city at 3 a.m. It was a bit of a mess. By 8 a.m., it's like the night never happened because they had to get ready for the Puerto Rican Day Parade, the World Cup, and Pride. Shit cray here. And they did it unbelievably well and beautifully. The point is, this whole moment really showed the joy and beauty of life in this big city. I have to tell you, I was so proud, so happy. Truly, I'll be honest with you, I don't think there's anyone out there who could look at those celebrations and see anything other than America at its best.
Celebrations turning into full-blown chaos. Mayhem in Manhattan.
Unruly troublemakers.
One person was shot, 4 injured in slashings or stabbings, and 5 police cars were badly damaged.
On a Saturday night, I think that might be a record low. But no, I get what they're trying to do. I get what they're trying to do. They're focusing on the bad stuff. To portray that the prevailing emotion and behavior in New York City on that Saturday night was one of chaos and barbarity. But I was there. You're lying. It wasn't. It was an overwhelming sense of joy and solidarity and diversity and community and a good amount of crying and a lot of contact high. And we are just so sorry, right-wing media, that we in New York City couldn't live up to your definition of a peaceful gathering. Womp, womp, womp. Now that's how you behave in public. Although to be fair to that mob, they lost. So, anger justifiable. But I guess it's all about what side of the aisle you sit on. Where you see a mob destroying a school bus, I see people of all faiths and creeds and colors and sexualities coming together to destroy a school bus. It ain't a melting pot until you light that bitch on fire. So, right-wing media, you cannot tear us apart. Our mayor is Muslim, our bagels are Jewish, our Timothy's Chalamet. Knicks in 5. But honestly, look, man, some shit happened that wasn't great. The night was marred by some violence. I mean, what would you guys on the right rather be watching?
The White House is getting ready to rumble with UFC.
Very excited to see this.
Epic day.
Hey, isn't that awesome? Fight night. I'm actually personally looking forward to it very, very much. I have a ticket, +1, my brother.
Gotta tell you, I'm pumped. I feel like my life is gonna change this weekend.
is that guy trying to his brother? What? I don't know what's going on here. I'll take my brother. We're probably going to be holding on to each other. I don't know what's going to happen. So, you didn't care for New York's joyful night marred by a small amount of violence because it wasn't focused enough on the violence part? Yes, Sunday night gave the president and his acolytes an opportunity to rebut the joyous communion of teamwork that embodied the New York Knickerbockers for a joyless Vegas-style trudge through the people's house, now transformed into a gold-plated pummeling center where the gladiator's god was praised for his forbearance and, of course, nutsack.
Shout out to Trump for having the balls to put some shit like this on.
And if you were at home watching this, thinking to yourself, is this a parody? Are they filming Idiocracy? Next thing you know, they will be branding the cutaways to our country's commander-in-chief.
Got to thank President Trump for making this happen. This is unbelievable. It takes such a special person to be able to have the balls to do something like this, and I have so much respect for him.
Monster Energy drink? Is that really cool? Are we now just taunting the old man? Pretty late night, Mr. President. Getting sleepy? Got an early negotiation in the morning? I bet you're not man enough to throw down a red, white, and blue raspberry snazzler. Come on, bitch, snazzle your taint off. What a god-awful mockery of an event that somehow managed to find a way to devalue both combat sports and our national dignity. Who even aired this embarrassing shit?
The event aired on Paramount Plus.
And what a fine event it was. Once again, the leaders of Paramount Plus providing us all with incredible content at reasonable prices. I am proud to stand with the Paramount family and whatever shows they decide to either cancel or put on.
And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
Ha 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 ha! My God, what a f***ing asshole! You know what? Just f***ing asshole. I look forward to his performance on next week's Comics Unleashed. I'll let myself out. And by the way, if you thought this entire spectacle was inappropriate for something that takes place in the peripheral vision of Lincoln, well, that's a you problem.
Something that middle America, the average American, could connect with.
It's coming back to a sense of like, we don't need the snobby elites anymore pretending they're too good for us.
Yeah, you know, the average American, they don't want their White House to stand for certain morals and values. The regular people in this country want their president to live in a slightly more violent Hooters. Or a slightly less violent Waffle House. But somehow, those of us who live in the shithole parts of the country are the ones looking down on you.
They would probably be having like a pride show or something for 250th with half-naked men.
Did you even watch? Did you even watch? Did you watch? God, I'm so tired of this. You guys always trying to draw a distinction between the real America of the heartland and the elites in the big city. But it's never been true. If being a real American means sacrificing and working your ass off to try and achieve the dream of a better life for your children, no Americans are more real than New Yorkers. None of them. We have 8.5 million people here. There are probably more hardworking American value individuals in the liberal hellhole of New York City than exist in the entire states of Wyoming, Idaho, and Mississippi combined. And yes, maybe 2 to 3% of those people are Spider-Men, but still. Most New Yorkers don't go to the Met Gala. And trust me, there are elites in the heartland, too. I know for a fact Tulsa is ruled by kings. New York's a hard place to live, man. It's a hard city to live in. There's 100 different nationalities in a 2-block radius. 10 pounds of people in a 5-pound bag. And it's one of those bags that people should really use to clean up after their dogs, but they don't. They sometimes don't. But that's why weekends like the one we just had are all the more magical, where you feel the joy and striving and hope and, let's face it, aroma of the people that you live really too close to. The real division in America isn't between cities and rural areas or suburbs or heartland values and coastal elites or liberals and conservatives. It's between people anywhere who find joy in community versus those who seem to only find it in fealty. And I know which America I want to occasionally step in dog shit in.
Yesterday, Donald Trump touched down in France for the G7 summit, a forum where world leaders meet to discuss a book they all read. This month's pick was Famesick, a really nice choice. Now, the summit is being held in the city of Evian, which costs twice as much as a normal city for no reason at all. I mean, would it kill you to hold this conference in the village of Kirkland Signature? I mean, come on. The elites. But regardless, Trump's been having a blast. President Emmanuel Macron welcomed him in what seemed like a very special edition of The Golden Bachelor. Oh, très magnifique. Cannot wait to get into the hot tub with this little number. Now, Trump's goal at the summit is to work with our allies and strengthen America's standing in the world. I'm f***ing with you. No! He's there for the presents.
The German Chancellor offering President Trump a customized German football jersey.
Oh, you can tell he really loves it, you know? Wow, a size medium shirt. Yeah, thanks. You know, Cutter got me a plane, right? Although, if the Germans insist on giving Trump one of their uniforms, this probably is the best case scenario. Just thinking it through here. He's into those heritage editions. But that's not to say President Trump showed up to the G7 empty, bruise-handed. No, because he had his own gift for Europe, a peace deal with Iran that he just signed 2 days before. Or did he?
The president and the vice president signed this agreement electronically 48 hours ago.
Well, an electronic signature, huh? Looks like the AutoPen has become the AutoPen-E. Got him. Take that. See that? Hypocrisy. Seriously, is a DocuSign peace agreement even legally binding? There's something disqualifying about a treaty that was signed in an open tab next to Pornhub. Now, little Easter egg in there. Now, so far, Trump is keeping the details of the deal hidden, but it doesn't matter because the leaders in the region, like the president of the UAE, are just happy for peace.
Without your support, your commitment, Mr. President, not my country only, but the Middle East will be in a different part of the world, different situation today.
Wow. How moving. I assume. It was a little hard to hear him, but I'm sure his demeanor of gratitude and humility is what resonated with President Trump.
Beloved, thank you, my friend. See, when you're that rich, you can speak that low. I was just wondering, can anybody hear that? But when you're so rich, you have such confidence that you don't have to do any strain to the voice. It's great.
Wow. This broken man just had his whole country droned, and Trump is like, hey, check out the president of ASMR over here, huh? What's the matter? Drone got your tongue? No, he's a great guy. This is a big deal. The war is finally coming to an end for the 39th and final time. We have now reached the Iran war finished V2 final. For real this time. PDF stage of the whole thing. Wow. Okay. But I can only imagine Trump must be so excited to go to this historic signing ceremony on Friday.
Sir, are you going to try to attend the signing ceremony on Friday? Well, it depends. JD's coming in for it. He was originally going to do it. I'll probably be gone by then. We're having dinner in a day and a half, right? We're going to be staying quite late.
Hold on. You're not going to make the signing ceremony on Friday because of your dinner on Wednesday? Just say you don't want to go. Don't insult our intelligence, you know? Oh, I think dinner might go like 50 hours late. Then I have Don Jr.'s improv show. Then it's Ramadan. You know how seriously I take that. But if you're missing the war for a dinner, you better be going someplace nice. I'm talking Cheesecake Factory or above.
The French president, who happens to be a very nice man, invited me to dinner at Versailles. And Versailles is not a gold leaf. Versailles is the real deal.
All right, dinner at Versailles. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give Trump this one. That's been pinned on his Pinterest board since he was 12 years old. Huh? I mean, Versailles is a beautiful palace of gold and mirrors where nothing bad ever happens to rich people, yeah? It's his happy place. It's where the Trump family goes to respawn. And of course, if you're at dinner, you can't sign an agreement. Who's ever heard of signing a treaty at Versailles? It can't be done. Oh, you know what? Enjoy it. Enjoy your beautiful dinner at the beautiful palace, because pretty soon you have to come back to Washington, D.C., where things have taken a turn.
The newly renovated reflecting pool, which was painted American flag blue, turned green with algae over the weekend.
Holy shit! That pool is green. Looks like there was a Grinch orgy in it. Looks like the bathtub where Kermit slit his wrists. Looks like the Statue of Liberty's placenta in there. Am I right? No? Thank you. I guilted you into it. Thank you. Well, look, they put $14 million into building a state-of-the-art system for keeping this pool clean. I bet we're going to see some pretty high-tech solutions kick in any minute.
You can see the folks standing at the end. They're dumping jugs of some kind of a liquid into the water of the reflecting pool.
Sure. Just dump in gallons of hydrogen peroxide. Just love that, guys. First thought, best thought. That's what I always say. Well, you know what? As someone who's tried to clean a humidifier the same way, might I recommend just buying a new reflecting pool at Target? The funny thing about this story is that no one would have cared what the pool looked like if Donald Trump hadn't made it a centerpiece of the MAGA agenda for some reason. But he did, which means that the people who believe in the MAGA agenda, people like right-wing radio host Grant Stinchfield, they're going to have some interesting ideas about how this all happened.
There's algae in here again.
I feel like it's sabotage.
Oh, God. Just please tell me we're not doing a reflecting pool conspiracy theory. Just please tell me we're not doing a reflecting pool conspiracy theory.
I mean, they had just literally fixed this. You would not have that quickly unless somebody did something. I'm telling you, I think they want Trump to fail so badly that they'll come out here and do anything.
I think so. I agree with you.
As proud as I was of President Trump for finally getting this thing fixed, we're back to green. And again, is it nefarious? I tend to think so.
Okay. I guess it is nefarious if you think about it, and then you don't think about it. And if you don't think about it, algae sounds a lot like Al-Qaeda, huh? I mean, how deep does this thing go? My sources are telling me like about a foot or a foot and a half, but I mean, Grant, so what are we missing here?
I still think it may have been sabotage, even though the National Park Service comes out and says, no, it's not sabotage. They say it was algae residue left over in the pipes. What if the bureaucrats left it over in the pipes on purpose? We know that those inside government don't like President Trump.
Yes, of course. Those pesky bureaucrats jumped into the pipes to leave algae in there. I believe we have surveillance video of that happening. This is the beauty of the MAGAverse. Donald Trump is never too corrupt or incompetent for the job. If you always come up with a new layer of bad guy to blame the problems on. So I know the deep state photosynthesis theory sounds dopey, but so did rigged election at first, and look where that got us. Before you know it, these guys are going to be doing January 6th in the reflecting pool. Just splashing around, chanting, "Dunk Mike Pence, dunk Mike Pence." We are 1 week into the FIFA World Cup, and FIFA heads, games are happening all over North America. I am so pumped. I haven't used my hands for anything all week. Wiping my butt with my feet was a challenge, but don't worry, I'm still working on figuring it out. It's also been a big deal for the host cities, although some could have prepared just a bit better.
Boston has found an unintended consequence of the World Cup. They're running out of beer. Some bar owners say soccer fans are drinking beer almost faster than they can pour it.
Boston ran out of beer? But how will they get the children to sleep? And by the way, it's not just bars. There's no beer at any of the places in Boston that serve alcohol. Restaurants, taverns, libraries, hospitals, AA meetings. The city is bone dry. I mean, how could this have happened?
There's a decent chance Scotland had something to do with it.
The White House Tavern, there was no beer. The Scots fans just drunk the place dry, and all they had was like Bud Light.
I love how even Scottish fans are like, we're desperate for beer, but not like Bud Light desperate. In fact, I believe we have a clip of a Scottish fan in Boston being told there's only Bud Light left. It's a proud culture, a very proud culture. But you know what? Let's move on. Let's move on to the only thing more exciting than the World Cup, J.D. Vance. Now, he's been making the rounds to promote his new book. He was on Fox News. He was on Megyn Kelly. He was on The View. He was on CNN. And, of course, he also swung by the popular right-wing podcast, Fat Guys with Goatees and Sunglasses. Now, obviously, this press tour has an ulterior motive. It's no secret that J.D. Vance wants to run for president someday. But there is one little hiccup that J.D. is trying to overcome.
J.D. Vance does not ooze warmth or charm.
Who's not the most charismatic individual.
He lacks charisma.
Truly zero charisma. Yeah. None.
He has no riz, which means charisma for you guys. We know what I mean, charisma.
You know what? If this student council president says JD has no riz, I believe it. But this press tour is the perfect opportunity for JD to show off that natural charm and camera presence that will launch him to the presidency. JD, hit us with a joke.
What do you call a fly with no wings?
What?
A walk.
Okay, very good.
Can you feel the electricity? I don't know how you do it, but you make Mike Pence look like Richard Pryor. I mean, seriously, JD, for someone whose mom did a lot of drugs, I thought you'd be cooler. But if JD's appearance on The Five didn't show his presidential chops, it did show how he is such a good vice president for Donald Trump. Specifically, his lack of ability to speak up for himself. He'll stomach anything that comes his way, even if that thing is objectively disgusting.
All right, we got pickle cake here. Dozens of layers of creamy green frosting, complete with tiny chunks of pickle rind. I was going to do fudge because it's National Fudge Day for the VP, but I thought it would be too gay. So I did pickle cake instead. I'm not sure if I got it right.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Vice President.
Okay, wait. Hold on. You think fudge is gay, but the pickle cake is straight? Pickles are literally shaped like a penis. Oh, no. Fudge for me. I'm all hetero man. I'll have this dildo pie. Thank you very much. Look, Fox News. Fox, listen to me. I'm here to help. Your homophobia is ruining your lives. Look, you have to do. Listen. You have the opportunity to enjoy delicious fudge with your friends. But instead, you're eating f***ing pickle cake. Your ignorant cruelty has trapped you in a fudgeless prison of your own design. You know what? Forget it. Move on. Let's move on. Let's move on from JD to the man whose gold-slathered office he hopes to step into. Today, the details of Trump's peace deal with Iran finally came out. And this is going to shock you, but it doesn't actually include any of the big wins he promised. In fact, it kicks the can on Iran's nuclear stockpile while allowing Iran to eventually charge fees in the Strait of Hormuz and committing the U.S. to end sanctions and facilitate a $300 billion reconstruction fund. But you know what? I'm sure, like everything else, the entire GOP is going to fall in line and support the deal 100%.
The details of this agreement, as we've seen them, it does not look like we are the victors.
This doesn't feel like a victory.
I thought somebody was spoofing me.
Iran is the biggest winner of all this.
Trump stages an Iran retreat.
Tremendous foreign policy blunder.
Makes absolutely no sense.
Smacks of impeachment.
It's not defensible.
Inexplicable disaster.
They've played him like a violin.
Excuse me, sir. I don't know if I'd equate Trump with the soft, dulcet tones of a violin. He's more like an entitled kazoo or a maraca filled with angry bees. So, Trump has a lot of work to do to appease this angry faction of his base. He could appeal to their sense of reason or to the obvious need for a negotiated settlement that will necessarily require some concessions. Or he could just push the shit on Obama button.
I mean, the JCPOA done by Obama, he handed them $1.7 billion in cash, and they tried to bribe their way out of it. And you know what the Iranians did? They laughed at Obama and they said he's a stupid son of a bitch. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
You know what? I never thought I'd say this, but can you carry yourself with a bit more dignity in front of the dictator of Egypt? Dear Lord, man. There's a pack of poor French translators off to the side like a kiss-kiss, stupid son of a bitch. Now, look. Who knows? Who knows if this peace deal with Iran is going to work, but if all doesn't go well, rest assured, Trump has a very solid plan B.
If it works out, I'm going to take the credit. If it doesn't work out, I'm blaming JD. You better be careful, JD.
Whoa! Look at that Trump, always playing 5D scapegoating. I tell you, JD is going to be so bummed to hear about this once he finishes shitting out all of that pickle cake. Let's start with the big news of the day. Now, not the Knicks parade. We'll get to that later. How many times do I have to tell you kids you can't have your Knicks parade until you finish your Iran war, okay? But speaking of that, great news. The Iran war is finished.
In the gilded halls of Versailles, President Trump marking the end of the G7 summit by signing a memorandum of understanding with Iran.
That was it? That was signing the peace treaty? It felt more like paying the bill after dinner. Did Iran get the jalapeno poppers? Because I didn't have any of the poppers. I shouldn't have to pay for half the poppers. Although I can understand why Trump didn't want a bigger ceremony than this. If you look at the details of this deal, it's not really that great for him.
The agreement's most controversial provision, a $300 billion framework for the reconstruction of Iran and the return of over $100 billion in assets that were frozen by the U.S. In exchange, Iran must allow toll-free passage through the Strait of Hormuz for 60 days, which existed before the war.
$300 billion? I mean, how did that happen? You know what? Wait a minute. Can we zoom in there for a second? Can we zoom in? There it is. They got him with that automatic gratuity. You got to watch out for that. So basically, we go back to where we were before the war, except Iran gets $400 billion. And to add insult to injury, the Ayatollah is using all that cash to build himself a sweet-ass ballroom. So, you know what? Maybe it's worth giving Iran a big old bribe if it means completely eliminating their military apparatus.
He conceded yesterday that it will not completely eliminate their military apparatus.
What? Didn't they have a whole ballistic missile arsenal that we were trying to dismantle?
The president saying it would be unfair for Iran not to have a ballistic missile arsenal while their neighbors in the Gulf do.
If other countries have them, it's a little bit unfair for them not to have some.
Slow down there, Miss Rachel. I don't know if sharing is caring applies to ICBMs. Okay, all right. I'm a bit confused here. I'm trying to remember Trump's position on all of this before the treaty.
We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated.
Okay. That sounds bad. Maybe that was taken out of context. Can we play the rest of the sentence?
It will be totally, again, obliterated.
Unless it's a little bit unfair.
Okay. Yes, thank you. See? And you people doubted his dedication to equity and inclusion. But the fact that Donald Trump started a war that ended badly for him is not really a surprise. What's a little shocking is that conservatives are calling him out on it.
The details that I've seen so far look awful.
I don't want to see theocratic Islamists who want to kill us made stronger.
Count me in the skeptical column.
They're going to recover everything we've taken away from them.
It's much bigger than a mistake. They're better off than they were before the hostilities began.
Wow. That assessment is brutal for Trump. I mean, the man who went to his barber and said, "I want my head to look like the reservoir tip of a condom," thinks you have bad judgment. I mean, Mr. President, you need to bring the skeptics onto your side, and I'm sure you'll marshal all of your rhetorical wit and persuasive techniques to do so.
A furious response from the president. This is what he wrote before dawn. These fools who think I haven't been tough enough on Iran, they're just either jealous, bad people, or stupid.
Masterful, sir. Masterful. Oh. Another powerful rebuttal, on par with the greats. I believe it was Cicero who said, "You fugly sluts wish you were thick like me."